Hello and welcome to this week's vlog, the 5th in my Moroccan Tour series. So if you haven't managed to watch the other 4 videos, please go and check them out. Thank you to all of you for watching and subscribing so far. I just thought I would be doing these for myself, for my sort of future, looking back on my life kind of situation. But thank you to all of you who've watched and subscribed. It means a lot, and I'm absolutely loving creating these vlogs, so thank you. You joined me this week in a cave between the Sahara Desert and Todra Gorge, where we learn about water and irrigation. This week's vlog is quite a long one compared to last week, but I do a roundup of my trip so far and I've got lots and lots to show you. I really hope you enjoy it. As you can see here, we are travelling between, like I said, the Sahara Desert and Todra Gorge. This is us on the minibus with lots of little villages between the desert and, well, we were utterly in sort of the wilderness and in the desert, if you like. Here you can see some of the locals. It was absolutely fascinating. The buildings changed as we did lots of miles. On our way to the Todra Gorge, we went for lunch in a lovely little village called El Khadra, which was brilliant. The houses were made of mud and sticks and it was just amazing. You'll see in a second I've put a video in of the wooden hand-painted door that there was outside. It was absolutely amazing. So this is the village of El Khadra here. And you can see some of the buildings. Prior to us having our lunch, we visited the museum, which was in this building here, which is all about Berber life, the history, clothes, working life, living circumstances. Absolutely wonderful. This is the hand-painted door you can see here with the different symbols and everything. I wish I could have recorded the whole trip and explained what some of these symbols meant to you. You probably know more than me, but I just can't remember now from the trip. As you can see, this is us going into the museum here. And then some of the views from the rooftop were stunning. Honestly, I can't believe some of the things we saw on our trip. As we approached the Todra Gorge, we came across some oasis again. As you can see here with the palms and the small villages, the mountains, the Atlas mountains, it was just, yeah, I was really looking forward to this part of the trip. Hello from our hostel in the Todra Valley. See if I can show you a really good view. So this is kind of like over the road. This is our minibus here. Let's see if I can show you. It's like a terrace. Look how cute this is. I won't show you too much, but this is the swimming pool. And I feel like this terrace down here has got my name on it. Oh, hello. From a hostel room in a random oasis town in the Todra Valley. I feel like I've not spoken to you for a while. It's been a little bit chaotic. We've had like 3 full-on days. So what today is it? Today's Saturday. I think the 19th of July. And we left Fez yesterday morning, Friday morning. Travelled about 8 hours, so it's about 400 kilometres in the end, and ended up at the Sahara Desert. Rode a few camels, as you do. to our desert camp for the evening. Had dinner in the desert. We sang and danced round a bonfire in the desert amongst the stars, and we then slept in a tent in the desert. That feels like a week ago, and it's actually only yesterday. And then this morning we got up for sunrise, watched the sunrise from a sand dune in Mazuga, where the dunes are, that they very often use in films like basically you look like it felt like you were in Star Wars. And then we travelled on the camel again for another hour and 15 minutes back to like the hotel. I don't know how to explain it. Like the landing hotel, and then you go off in the desert to the tents. Had breakfast, some of us had a quick shower, and then we hopped in the van again. Today we've been to a fossil museum, which was really interesting. Where else have we been? We've had a few like panoramic stops today because there's been lots of oases. So you'd like see mud brick villages and then loads of palm trees, luscious green palm trees. And then where else have we stopped today? We've stopped in a village which was in 2022 one of the 32 most amazing or beautiful villages in the whole world. El Khadra. It's spelled El Khadra. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Had lunch there, and whilst we were waiting for lunch to be cooked, handmade and fresh, we went around the museum. But you know, when you're like at the point where I could eat a camel, literally, that's what I was at the point of that. So although it was really interesting, it was like a Berber museum. I felt like I couldn't concentrate. I was so hungry. Then we had the lunch. Then we stopped in a random like roadside shop which had the dustiest merchandise you could ever want. We stopped for the water, and then we've come here. I showed you already, we've parked the van over the road and then walked across the road, and then I've just been down, well, I haven't swam, but I was sitting by the pool and checked the temperature of the pool, of the town that we're in, and it's 42 degrees currently. Was sitting out there nicely chatting with everyone for about, 45 minutes to an hour, and it starts raining, even though there are no clouds. So here I am back in the room, looking like a sweaty mess, but it's actually sun cream. Not that I needed it because I was in the shade, and now it's really cloudy out there, I think. Strange, 42 degrees, but raining in the desert. So dinner's in about an hour, so I'm just going to slowly get ready, I think. I'll have a shower in a bit, but it's like a hostel, like with westernised people, so I think I might wear a dress tonight. That's a bit more appropriate for this kind of place than in a town where, you need to be covered up kind of thing, a bit more covered up. So yeah, there's a bit of an update. I feel like I've not done enough this trip in terms of vlogging, but it's so full on, it's difficult to get the right setting or not be in somebody's way or overheard, or literally we didn't stop at all yesterday. It was crazy. So yeah, catch you soon. Hello and good morning from a random hotel or hostel in the middle of the Todra Valley. Just thought I'd come out and show you some of the greenery. Here behind me we have some palm trees, and then yeah, it's just mental. Last night was interesting. We had really bad thunder and lightning. I'll try and insert a photograph here, but it was really bad, and up to the point where I was like, oh gosh. And we had a couple of power cuts and stuff. Who knew it rained so heavily in Africa, to be honest, but it did. We'll flip it around this way. This is kind of like the downstairs bit of the hotel. It's just, so you can imagine the thunder and lightning behind the hills here, cliffs, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, it was insane. Ooh, thought there was a step there wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah, look at this. I'm just waiting for the sun to come over the hill slash cliff slash rockery, and then get my swimming costume on, because up here there's a pool. So I'm going to make the most of that whilst we're here. Yeah. Here is another view a little bit higher up. That's our bus there over the road. Oh, something's struggling to get up the hill. And then I'll flip it round here. Over here you can see some of the traditional mud houses. Can you see? Yeah. Which we saw a lot of yesterday. A bit further down in the valley, in El Courbat. And then over here, are some like actual sort of cement homes, which is what they build now because it's much easier. And then I'm going to flip the camera now so you can see the hostel. So this is the hostel. It's really cute. It's really big, but it's really cute. Drinks from the night before there. And then I'll go over and show you, see if I can show you the pool. Sun's coming out. Here it is. And look at this, this is an orange tree here. But yeah, we had dinner out on the terrace, which is kind of just here, last night. So I'll try and show you that in a bit as well. But yeah, it's like out of this world. It's almost like you can't believe it actually exists. Look at this. It's insane. Actually, whilst I'm in the room, I thought I'd give you a bit of a lowdown of the trip so far. So I'm just over a week in of my 3-week trip, but we've just gone over halfway of the 15-day trip with Intrepid. Wow. You know, you always come to a country with your expectations of how you think it's going to be and what it's going to be like and if you're going to enjoy it or not. And it's been exactly what I thought it was going to be in terms of where we were staying, the level of the trip, what we'd get up to and everything. It surprised me in a way how very much it is, I think I've said this before, how very much it's like Spain and France. It's like a mixture of both together because of distance and because of the colonisation with France. But yeah, I just can't, you know, you just think back what we've done in 8 days already with Intrepid. You can't pick like a good part. You know, everyone sort of thinks that, you know, maybe the camel ride was the best part so far. I'm not sure whether it was, like, you can't compare the different things. I actually really liked Casablanca, just to sort of get me into the trip and start to, you know, acclimatise and things. What else have we done? See, that's what I mean, it's a bit of a blank. Fez, when Khadija took us to, she was our tour guide, Khadija took us to the Medina, and we spent like the whole day in the Medina and walked about 4 or 5 kilometres and did this, that and the other. I would never have been able to do that by myself. A, I'd get lost. B, it's too far. C, I'd get stressed. You know, I'd never have been able to do that without a guide. So Fez was amazing. Some of the food's been, well, all of the food's been good. I have got a bit of an iffy tummy today. There was a particular place we ate at yesterday. I only had the soup, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. I won't go too much into that, but you can imagine. But the food, yeah. I mean, are we a little bit sick of tagine and couscous now? Possibly a little bit. I might have some pasta tonight. We're eating here again at the hostel. Yeah, I can't pick. I can't pick, you know, this place here. Even just being in the hotel with the swimming pool, with the surrounding mountains and the valley and the palms, like, wow, what on earth? You know, the trip wasn't overly expensive, and that camel ride in itself pretty much was worth it, you know. But before I came on the trip, I was most excited about like the second week. So tomorrow we're going to Ait Benhaddou, which has been used, I'll talk about it tomorrow, but it's been used in different films and TV series for filming, like a filming location. Then we're going to Asuria, which is a seaside town, so there's going to be a beach. And then there's Marrakesh. Like, I'm spending like 7 or 8 days in Marrakesh. Like, that's all still to come, but how do you pick? Like, I can't pick the best bit. All I can say is what a country. What a country. And it's my first time in Africa, and I'm so glad I came here. I'm so, so glad. Honestly, the groups are lovely. Everyone's so nice. And if you get a good group, you know, that's really good. Sorry, my arm's going dead. I'm just going to try and swap hands. There we go. Ooh, I'm struggling with the DOMs from the camel ride. I just don't know how to pick, like, and how I'm going to pick at the end of the trip. I really don't know. What a country. And if you've ever thought about, I'd really like to go to Africa, but I'm not sure which country, Morocco, hands down. And our guide put it really nicely the other day. He said, you know, we are an African country, but we're doing a lot better than some of the other African countries. He says, we're in a good place, he says. We're in a good place. And they are, yeah. He said since the pandemic, a lot of Moroccans have been trying to speak more English, and they're offering English in schools now for them to learn the language as well as French. So yeah, it's not been a problem with language and stuff. Not really. You know, you can get by with your French. I know that jambon and poulet, and I can't have that because I'm vegetarian, and mostly things are in French. But I just wanted to give a bit of a roundup, because it's just been I've literally lost for words. Probably shouldn't video it really, but it's just been something else. Just literally, I mean, going on those sand dunes yesterday and Friday, it's Sunday today, I think, it just literally looked like something out of this world. Something like out of Star Wars, where they've CGI'd, I don't know whether they have, but whether they've CGI'd the sand dunes. You just couldn't believe it. And then you touched the sand and it was really soft and not hot. Just, oh my goodness. Yeah. But you can probably see from, I'm very tired. We've had 3 very full-on days. So I'm going to get changed now. I'm going to need to put everything on charge. Denise has taken the room key out with her, so I've also got to lock everything away. she's a bit like that, which is fine. Put everything on charge whilst we've got electricity and there's no power cut, and also before we move on tomorrow, get into my swimming costume. I'm going to go down to the pool. I'm hoping the pool was in the shade, at one point, let me just have a look outside. I'm very dry again. Whoop. I'm hoping it's come over the hill. Come over the hill. Last night, you know that song Africa by Toto? It was literally like that, like something out of that was like out of a film as well, because you've got the hotel with the mountains behind. You'd hear the thunder and then flash of lightning, like, and it just went on and on. I don't know, about 2 hours. Then it poured it down with rain. I came in just in time. It's just epic. Epic's probably the best word. I mean, look at this. Look at the walls. It's so cute. It's so cute. See if I can try and not show you too much of the mess in the background. There's a little, like a little Moroccan lamp. Look how cute. I gave Denise the double bed because I'm kind. But yeah, this is a really long video now, but I just don't know how to explain it. Just don't underestimate it. And I did loads of planning for this trip. You know, which places I wanted to go to. Did I want to do it on my own? Did I want to do it with Intrepid? Which Intrepid trip did I want to do? Where were we going? Blah, blah, blah. Did I want to do an 8-day trip with them? Did I want to do a 15-day trip with them? I'm swapping arms. Why there's a plug point up there, I have no idea. You know, I spent loads of time, and I was supposed to come last October, then I was going to come this October half term. Then I decided, no, I'm going to go in the summer. And some places don't live up to expectations. Like me and my auntie went to New York at Easter. I'm sorry, it did not live up to its expectations. And within the first half day, I've said this before, within the first half day I knew, not really fussed about going back. And Morocco, oh, hands down, would come back again. Honestly, amazing. Actually amazing. I was going to say something then and I can't remember what it was. But yeah, it's taught me to broaden my horizons. Some of the other people in my group, a lot of them are return customers with Intrepid Travel, and I've asked them where they've been before. That's basically why I'm here, because one of the girls that I was with in Croatia said, go to Morocco, Holly, you'll love it. Here I am. You know, they've been on some Intrepid trips to Asia, which is really where I'd like to go next. Maybe not next year, 'cause my next year plan is Australia, but yeah, we'll see. There's certain countries that I can't go to at the moment because of different conflicts in the world and stuff, and the Aussie boys said there's a certain country they've just been to and they wouldn't recommend it for solo females at the moment. So you kind of have to adapt, don't you, and adapt and conquer. And I'm waffling now. This video is 9 minutes long. So yeah, wow. I don't know how to explain it, and how am I going to go home and explain to my mum and dad, like, it was literally like, it's changed my life. Such an amazing country. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now. I'll probably see you by the pool very, very soon. Hello and good morning from the pool. Don't mind me. It's slowly warming up. It's a funny heat in Morocco. It's not like you do get sweaty and stuff when you're walking around, but I don't feel like I'm burning as much yet. It's not humid, is probably what I mean. I can't help it with the matching clothes. It is what it is. I've had to explain this to Denise, my roommate. So I'm just enjoying the sun. I've not read my book since Casablanca. I've just not had the time, and then the roads have been so windy that I've not been able to read on the bus. So I think I'm going to get my Kindle out in a minute and read. I've got a couple of hours around here before I need to get ready, and then the bus is going to come and pick us up for lunch. I'm having an issue because my top half is not in the sun, which is really annoying. So I need to have a little shuffle around on this chair, but there's no one else around here at the moment, so yeah, it's nice. Let me show you the other view of this hotel. So there is my feet. This is the hotel from the outside. It's really cute. We're on the 2nd floor, and then if I pan over here, there's like another block. This is where like you get your towels from. This is like the restaurant part, and then this is the pool. It's just insane. I mean, if I pan to the far right, that's the valley. You can see why it gets power cuts and thunder and lightning, because it's just mental. And then that's the mountain there behind the hostel. This is like a covered area that you can sit in and relax. A fountain, and then I'm going to try and pan behind the sunbirds. On the terrace, top terrace there is where we had dinner last night and where we're going to have dinner tonight. With the surrounding views as the sun goes down. It's very, very nice. This is Hotel Casbah. I'm not exactly sure which part of the Todra Valley it's in. I will find out for you and put it on the screen, but yeah, it's cool. I like it. As you can see, it's very quiet by the pool this morning. A big group's just left with their backpacks and stuff, and then obviously half of our group are on a walking tour, and I bet some of the other groups have as well. So yeah, here we are. Hello and good evening from the hostel room in the Todra Valley, where it has become clear I desperately need a travel iron on each of my following trips. But I just thought I would show you the absolute destruction that is my backpack currently. So I'll flip the camera around. Yeah, so currently I have a heap of clothes on the floor. I still have some in my bag. I have got clothes over here. I've got clothes that are drying because they're wet, and I've got clothes that I'm potentially going to wear tomorrow. It's getting a little silly. Yes, I brought too many clothes. All right, yes, we know it's a me thing. I can't help it. I'm just about halfway through my clothes now, and Tuesday will be halfway through the trip. Today is Sunday. Yeah. Tonight we're packing up because we're moving, we're moving hotels tomorrow, in which I believe we're only staying for one night. So when you come to a place to stay for 2 nights, you're like, wow, I'm going to spread everything out. But yeah, I'm packing hell. Hello and good morning from the middle of a small suspension bridge in the Todra Valley, in the high Atlasmountains in Morocco. Hopefully you can hear me over this very noisy running river, but it's just so cute. We're heading out this morning. I'm just about to go to breakfast, and we are heading to, we're going to actually have what was hoping to be my favourite day of the trip. So we are heading to Ouarzazate, which I think that's how you pronounce the area that we're going to, and we're heading to a particular village called Ait Benhaddou, which has been used in a lot of films, TV programmes. So like The Mummy, The Queen, where did that come from? The Mummy, Gladiator, Lawrence of Arabia, Prison Break Season 5, my favourite, and Game of Thrones. So I've been really excited to see it's not like a film set, it's an actual village that they've used. In part, it's part of a Casbah, so in a fortress kind of thing. And then we are going to like an Atlas, it's called the Atlas Movie Studios, which most of us have agreed that we want to go to find out more about the area and how they've used it and so on. So I'm really looking forward to it today. I'm very tired. I've got aircon nose. I'm not sure if you guys get aircon nose, but we haven't been able to turn the aircon off for 2 days, and it's set at 16 degrees. I've taken the batteries out, I've put them back in, it doesn't work, so I'm feeling a bit meh. We had henna done last night, but it's not very good henna because she did it all down my arm, but you can't see it. So anyway, it is what it is. You live and learn. It was only about £4. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to today. It's going to be a shame to leave here because it's so nice. Honestly, just being in this gorge has been so cute. That's the suspension bridge there. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to today. The only thing is that we are moving the next couple of nights, so you can't really get that comfortable with your bags and stuff. But apparently we are staying in a mud brick house tonight in Ait Benhaddou, which, what on earth, like that's going to be amazing. But there's showers, toilets and AC apparently, so we'll see how that goes down. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to today. Ooh, wasp. Ooh. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Is it day 9? Day 9 of the Intrepid trip today. So it's about day 12 or something since I think, because we finished school and then I went straight to the airport. It's been a bit much, but your body just keeps going, doesn't it? So yeah, look at this. This is your last shot as I walk back up the stairs.
So this is the Atlas movie studios. I didn't kind of introduce this part. This is where they film a lot of movies in Morocco. It's quite a central location. There's a hotel next door where they can house, if you like, the actors and so on. As you can see, these are some of the sets from films such as Gladiator, Toot. There's loads of different films. They can be adapted. They've got, I knocked on the wall a couple of times and they're not real walls. Just coming up now, you're going to see the Egyptian set. So like I said, the Mummy, they filmed here as well. This was really interesting. On the other side, like this is split in half. They've actually got a Roman set and then the Egyptian set. So that was really, really interesting. But yeah, it was amazing. It was hot, so they tend to film at night or in what they call the winter. We actually went on this trip in what is considered their low season. The low season is the hot summer weather sort of month, so June, July, August kind of time. But they get a lot of popularity in the winter months. This here is from the scene in Gladiator, very, very famous scene. I've only still watched half the film, so I need to kind of catch up on that. Atlas movie studios, where they've shot The Mummy, Prison Break season 5, Gladiator, a new film called Odyssey. Here's some of the props and the sets. Some of the trucks from behind here from American Sniper. Great film. The Ferrari from James Bond. Denise is just getting in one of the trucks. Really, really cool. Hot as hell, but really, really cool. So they've got different sets, so Chinese, Egyptian, Roman, Greek, and then they'll use them for different countries. So say they're, for example, they've got a film set in Afghanistan or Iraq or wherever, they'll film it here. I'm going to turn around now. Just here is the hotel where the actors stay, provide them with meals and things, and then behind me in here they can edit the film, add the CGI, etc. So yeah, this was really cool. Hello and good afternoon from Ait Benhaddou.
You can see it behind me here. Only about 5 families still live there, but it's a World UNESCO Heritage Site, UNESCO World Heritage Site, in which they filmed loads of films, including Game of Thrones, well, TV programmes. We're just about to go on a tour now of the village and find out a little bit more about it. I thought I would show you the surrounding area. So I'm just going to pan around a bit now. The odd little palm tree lingering around. I'm going to pan around here. This is the terrace of our new hotel. I can't see because of the sun, but our room is somewhere around here. And we're staying in a mud brick hotel tonight, which is so cool. This is the day I've been most excited for. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting over there. Oh, there's a pool over there. Could do with a pool. I haven't checked the temperature today, but it's very hot. Look at this. Literally insane, the detail. Basically, because it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, they can't build anymore or rebuild or adapt or anything. So that's why only 5 families live there. They live over the river in sort of more sort of modern houses, concrete houses. Look at this. Look at this. Game of Thrones territory, Lawrence of Arabia. Amazing. Can't wait.
And use no fire, and hated the fire and color it come up like this after. Okay, why? Because actually this technique is not for painting, before using for writing secret messages, and before no paper using the leather, using goat skin, because if you write with this pigment in goat skin, 5 minutes or 6 minutes goat skin absorbs the pigment and you don't see nothing, like I send you message. Okay. Now using the fire, and hit the fire and color in the camera. And also you smell like caramel, like cream brulee, because there's a lot of sugar.
Wow.
Now you see camera. And now this is after now.
Hello and good morning from a terraced rooftop just over the way from Ait Benhaddou, an absolutely stunning village and UNESCO World Heritage Site. Just came out to take some photographs. It's been really nice here. We had dinner out here on the terrace last night behind me. Just had breakfast downstairs. Just got to go and pack a couple of things back in my bag because honestly it's like musical chairs but with a bag, whatever the alternative of that is. Just got things falling out of bags. But yeah, look at that. I started to watch Gladiator last night as well. I watched about 20 minutes of that because it was filmed here and at the studios that we went to yesterday, which is about, I don't know, 10 kilometres away maybe. Look at the palm trees there as well. It's really nice. I was really looking forward to coming here and it has lived up to expectations. There's a group right up the top there, you probably can't see. There's a group there. It's best to go like in the early morning or at the end of the day. We have got a long drive today. We've got 6 hours, which is split up into different sections. Hopefully you can hear me over the aircon system, by the way, which is literally just by my feet here. We are going to a place called Around, A-R-O-U-M-D. Around. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it. In which we're staying tonight in a homestay where we have got to walk for an hour to get there. So we've got to leave our big bags behind. So that's why I need to get a move on. Finish this video and then shuffle around some stuff in my bag. So yeah, I need to have like a night pack, a day pack they call it. So that's going to be interesting as well. Like all of the places we've stayed have been really varied and different. This was more of like a mud brick house. Let me flip this around and show you. Yeah, obviously I'm on the top, but it's actually made of mud. Insane. Insane. So yeah, we're only staying there for one night, and then tomorrow we're going to Asuria, which is like the seaside fishing town, for 2 nights. So it's nice when you stay somewhere for 2 nights. But yeah, I'm coming towards, sort of towards the end of this trip. I think we've got 4 or 5 days left. 5 days left. And then I'm on my own in Marrakesh. But look at this, honestly. It is literally like something out of a movie, which it is. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. So yeah, it's long day on the bus today. I think we'll go to different places on the way as well. So yeah, catch you later. And good morning from a remote mountain village above the village of Imlay in the high Atlas Mountains. We've been out for a bit of a hike this morning. We've just had lunch, it's just gone 12. And we've got quite a long drive today, about 5 hours to Isauria, which is on the coast, so we're all looking forward to getting near the beach. Just show you around here. Getting a bit tired, but enjoying it. Oh, travel sickness tablets.